Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to that I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. Ever feel like your dreams of building a thriving business are stuck on the back burner, or you're just spinning your wheels? You've got the vision, the drive, and the ambition. But between your day job, keeping up with the kids, and just life, it feels like there's no time left just for you. I get it, it's exhausting. But here's the thing, what if I told you that the secret to making progress isn't about finding more hours in the day? It's about using the ones you already have strategically after dark. Think about it. Once the house is quiet and the kids are asleep, those evening hours are yours. They may feel small or insignificant, but they're packed with potential. With just a few intentional steps, you can turn that time into a powerhouse for building your business, and without staying up till 2 a.m. or sacrificing your sanity. In today's episode, we're talking all about how busy working mums can use their limited evening hours to grow their businesses. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, this episode is packed with actionable strategies to help you make real progress, even if you only have 30 minutes to spare. By the end of the episode, you'll walk away with practical tips to maximize your evenings, from identifying your most productive windows to using micro-productivity techniques that actually work. Because let's be real, you don't need more hours, you just need a plan. And I'm here to help you create one that fits into your busy life. Let's get started. Step 1. Identify your most productive evening window. Let's talk about something that can completely change how you approach your evenings, figuring out when you're at your best. Not all evening hours are created equal, and the truth is, your most productive time might not be when you think it is. For me, it's that sweet spot right after my kiddo is in bed. I grab a cup of tea, set my phone to do not disturb, and dive into tasks that need my full focus. The house is quiet, I've had a moment to breathe, and my brain feels sharp enough to tackle something meaningful. For others, it might be later in the evening when the world feels still and creativity starts to flow. Or maybe it's somewhere in between. The key is to find your golden hour, the time when you're naturally most alert and focused, and protect it like it's sacred. Here's a simple exercise to help you figure it out. For 1 week, track how you feel during different times of the evening. Grab a notebook or use your phone and jot down notes about your energy levels, focus, and mood every hour after dinner. Pay attention to patterns. Do you feel sharpest right after the kids are asleep? Or does your brain need a little bit more downtime before it kicks into gear? By the end of the week, you'll start to notice when you're naturally most productive. Once you've identified that window, here's the magic. Focus on quality over quantity. You don't need hours of interrupted time to make progress. Even 30 minutes of focused work during your golden hour can outperform 2 or 3 hours of distracted multitasking. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Protect this time fiercely. Let your family know it's your business power hour. Turn off notifications and set clear boundaries for yourself. Use this time for high-impact tasks, things that move the needle in your business, whether that's brainstorming content ideas, planning your next step, or tackling a project that's been sitting on your to-do list for far too long. Your golden hour is where the momentum begins. It's not about squeezing more into your day. It's about making those precious moments count. Once you've found it and committed to using it intentionally, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make even in the busiest season of life. Now that you've identified your golden hour, let's make sure you're using it as effectively as possible, with step 2 being micro-productivity techniques. Honestly, when you're busy juggling kids, work, and the dream of building your own business, the idea of having hours of interrupted time to work feels like a fantasy, right? But here's the good news. You don't need endless hours to make progress. You just need to learn how to use the small pockets of time you already have. Micro-productivity is all about breaking down tasks into bite-sized chunks that fit into short bursts of time, instead of trying to tackle everything at once, because that's really overwhelming. You focus on smaller, manageable pieces of work that add up to big results over time. It's about working smarter with the time you've got, not wishing for more hours in the day. And here's why it works so well. As mums, we're already masters of multitasking and squeezing things into tiny windows of time. Micro-productivity takes that natural skill and applies it strategically to your business. It helps you stay focused and productive without letting overwhelm creep in. So how do you actually use micro-productivity? Let me share a few techniques that have worked wonders for me and so many other busy mums. 1. The Pomodoro technique. This one is a lifesaver if you struggle with staying focused. Set a timer for 25 minutes and commit to working on just one task during that time. No distractions allowed. Once the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break before starting another round. It's amazing how much you can accomplish in a single Pomodoro session when you're laser focused. The bonus is knowing there's a break coming up makes it easier to dive in and get started. Number 2 is batch similar tasks. Batching is all about grouping similar tasks together so your brain doesn't have to constantly switch gears. For example, instead of writing one Instagram post every day, set aside 30 minutes to write all your captions for the week in one sitting. Or batch your admin tasks, like responding to emails or organizing files, into one block of time so they don't interrupt your creative flow later on. 3. Create a running list of small tasks. Let's face it, there are days when your energy is low and tackling big projects feels impossible. That's where having a list of small, low-energy tasks comes in handy. Think things like responding to emails, updating your website bio, or brainstorming content ideas for later. These are quick wins that still move your business forward without requiring major brain power. The beauty of micro-productivity is that it meets you where you're at, whether you've got 10 minutes or 30 minutes. These techniques help you make the most of those moments without feeling overwhelmed or scattered. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything all at once. It comes from consistent action over time. So instead of waiting for the perfect block of interrupted hours, spoiler alert, it doesn't exist, start using these micro-productivity techniques today and watch how those small steps turn into big momentum for your business. Now we've talked about micro-productivity, it's time to think about how we can use those same evening hours to grow your skills. And that's step 3, skill development in 30-minute chunks. Let's talk about one of the most powerful ways to use your evenings, building your skills. Because here's the truth, your business will only grow as much as you do. Continuous learning isn't just a nice to have, it's essential if you want to level up and create the business and life you've been dreaming of. The good news, you don't need hours to make progress. Even 30 minutes of focused skill building a few nights a week can add up to massive growth over time. The key is to be intentional with how you use that time. Here are a few simple ways to start. Watch a short tutorial or webinar. Whether it's learning how to improve your marketing strategy or mastering a new tool like Canva, there's no shortage of quick, actionable resources available online. Another way is just to read one chapter of a business book. Pick up something that aligns with where you're at in your journey, whether it's about leadership, productivity, or scaling your business, and commit to reading just one chapter at a time. Another way is practice a skill. Maybe it's graphic design, copywriting, or even creating reels for social media. Use this time to get hands-on and build confidence in areas that will directly impact your business growth. Here's the secret. Don't try to learn everything at once. Choose one specific skill or area of focus for the month and track your progress. Maybe this month you're diving into email marketing or sharpening your branding skills. Whatever it is, make it measurable so you can see how far you've come. Remember, every small step you take adds up. Those 30-minute chunks might not feel like much in the moment, but over time, they'll transform not only your skills, but also the way you show up for your business. And with all these new skills under your belt, let's talk about how to share your journey through content creation. So step 4 is content creation strategies for busy evenings. Because if you're building an online business, you already know how important it is. Showing up consistently with valuable content is how you connect with your audience, build trust, and grow your brand. But let's be honest, after a long day, the idea of sitting down to create content can feel completely overwhelming. Here's the good news. Content creation doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. The key is to simplify the process so it fits into your busy life. Let me share a few strategies that will help you create content more efficiently during those precious evening hours. First, repurpose your existing content. You don't need to reinvent the wheel every time. Take a blog post you've already written and break it into bite-sized Instagram captions, or turn a podcast episode into a series of LinkedIn posts. Repurposing allows you to stretch one piece of content across multiple platforms while saving you time and energy. Next, use templates for graphics or social media posts. Tools like Canva are a lifesaver for this. Create a few go-to templates for things like Instagram stories, Pinterest pins, or email headers so you're not starting from scratch every time. All you have to do is plug in your next text and hit publish. It's that easy. Make sure you're capturing ideas on the go. Use voice notes on your phone to record quick thoughts or video snippets during downtime, like when you're waiting in the carpool line or during an evening walk. You can then edit and polish them later when you have more time, but at least the creative spark won't be lost. Remember, done is better than perfect when it comes to content creation. The goal isn't to produce flawless masterpieces, it's to show up consistently and connect with your audience. By simplifying the process and using these strategies, you'll be able to create more meaningful content without feeling overwhelmed or stretched too thin. These 4 strategies, finding your golden hour, using micro-productivity, developing skills, and creating content, are meaningless without a bigger vision. So let's talk about how to turn these evening tactics into a real, actionable plan for the business and life you're dreaming of. One of the most powerful ways you can use your evenings is strategic planning. I know it might not sound as exciting as creating content or working on a new project, but trust me, this is where the magic happens. Here's the deal. Dedicating just one evening a week to strategic planning can completely change how you approach your business. Use this time to step back from the day-to-day hustle and focus on the big picture. Review your goals, map out your week, and identify your next big move. Ask yourself, what's working, what's not? What's one thing I can do this week to move me closer to my goals? This practice keeps you focused on high-impact activities, the ones that actually grow your business, instead of getting stuck in the busy work that fills your time. It's about being proactive instead of reactive. So you're always working towards something meaningful rather than just putting out fires. And here's a little bonus. I've created a free resource to help you get started. It's called the Taking Control of Your Time PDF. It's designed to help you reflect on your priorities, audit how you're spending your time, and create a strategic plan tailored to your goals. Spend just 10 minutes with this guide tonight and see how it transforms not only your evenings, but your entire day ahead. This guide will help you finally get the clarity on where your time is going and how to use it strategically for maximum impact. Remember, building your dream business doesn't require endless hours. It requires intentional ones. You already have what it takes. Now it's about using your evenings wisely to create the freedom you deserve. Let's make those after hours count. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.